Hello media art students and welcome back to another week. It is Tuesday, January 19th, and we have a short week this week, but we're gonna make sure that we're getting the most out of WeVideo. So if you haven't been using WeVideo, I want you to use WeVideo this week. Even if you have never used WeVideo or you already used something different for this week, it is a WeVideo week. So make sure you know how to access WeVideo. That's signing in through ClassLink, knowing how to create a project, use the screen record function, things like that. So for this lesson, everyone's gonna use the exact same thing. So yeah, WeVideo, it's got everything you'll need for this week. So we are going to learn how to create effective titles. So WeVideo has a pretty wide selection of titles that you can make, and there's a variety of ways that you can animate them. I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do that. All right, you're also gonna use your screen recorder, right? So in WeVideo, when you hit that little record button, it gives you an option to record either your webcam, your screen, or both. You're just gonna record your screen, and you're gonna screen record the Google Slides animation that you made a while back. Now, if you'd like to make a new one, that is totally fine. If you wanna get really involved in this and make something longer, you can. However, the minimum requirement is that you take a Google Slide animation and you screen record it. So if you like your old one, go for that. If you wanna do something new, you can do that as well. You'll publish it to the web and then you'll screen record it, and then you'll import that into WeVideo and you'll make some edits. All right, and then afterwards we are going to add music and sounds to that video, and we're gonna learn how to duck and fade the audio. We're gonna make sure that your video looks polished, and we're gonna do that right now. So let's jump right into it. So your assignment is to screen record that Google animation that you made a few months back, or you can make a new one, totally up to you, and screen record it using WeVideo. You're gonna add titles, music, and sounds, plus any other video that you'd like to.
This is where
So get creative, the sky's the limit. I have loved some of the work that I've seen coming in. Your special effects videos have been a lot of fun, your transitions look great. So now we're gonna get into animations. We're going to also just get creative with it. Do what you can, have some fun using WeVideo. All right, the cat is gonna be meowing here, so I'm gonna go let my cat out, and then I will be back. So what you're gonna do is you're going to log into WeVideo using our class link. So go to the school's website. From there, click on Students in ClassLink to access all the different apps that you're able to sign in. You go ahead and click on that WeVideo icon and it takes you into WeVideo. Once you're there, you're gonna create a new project. Okay, by hitting that record button, you are gonna choose screen, and you're gonna choose no audio because you don't need any audio recorded from this one because your Google Slide animation doesn't have any sounds, at least yet. We're gonna add some to it. But you're gonna publish that to the web. If you need to review, it is all in this video, and I will put the link right there. Actually, do I put the link right there? I'll share the link with you in the directions of Google Classroom. So if you need help remembering how to do your Google Slide animation, we'll put that there for you. Okay. You are gonna take that, and when you do, you hit save, and it goes into your event with the other media that you already have. This is your first time, you'll have a first video clip that is now in your WeVideo kind of event, your media that's at the top of the screen. And then at the bottom of the screen is where your timeline's gonna be. By default, it has 2 video lines and 1 audio line. You're gonna put your video on video 1, okay? I guess you could put it on video 2, but doesn't really matter. Just go ahead and put it on video 1 for right now. And then you're gonna click on those scissors to trim out parts that you don't want. Now, when I publish my video to the web, or my animation to the web, I just let it auto play. So when I first started recording, it didn't have what I wanted. My screen wasn't even full screen. So I put the whole thing in, and then I trimmed out to right before the helicopter shows up. And then I do the same at the end, and then I cut it. So you are going to use those trimming tools in order to get just the parts of your animation that you want. Now, if you want to get really deep on this and do a series of animations with different camera angles, you can, but all I'm asking is that you at least have a screen recording of a Google Slide animation in your video. All right, now that you have that in, you are going to add some titles. So by clicking on that titles button, you see there are a variety of title options that you can then edit. And I have two different types of titles demonstrated here. The first where it says "In with a Whisper," that's the style of that title. And I have that directly on video one line. I just dragged it to the left side of my video clip, and then I push to fit so that the beginning of the video is now that title that says Mr. Oliver Presents. Right? You can change the font, you can change the size, you can change the color, you can play around with the duration. So get into figuring out how you can make that title work. That's one way, and when you do that, you have a black background. Now, if you wanted to have that over top of another background, you can do that. You can go to the Backgrounds tab and select a background and put it underneath it, or you can put it directly over top of your video, and then it's a transparent title with the words appearing on top of your video. So where it says this next one, Elastic Snap, right there, that is where it says the helicopter that comes snapping in, and I'm just playing around with the timing of it so that it appears before the helicopter does. So those are how you're going to have titles. Remember, you want your video to start and end with titles. Or if I haven't told you that yet, start and end your video with titles, plus any other time that it's important to have a title. Go ahead and use a title, either with a black background, a preset background that you can choose from, or your video clip. So you have all of those options so far. So right now we have video 1 and we have video 2 as our lines of our timeline. But now we're gonna add some sounds, so that's where we're gonna add them to audio 1. So adding music and sounds, what you're gonna do is you're going to find a song from the music tab to use. I happen to find this one song just in WeVideo. It's the military song. Now, there are not a ton of songs there. If you wanna go online and just search for music, you can. bensounds.com is a great place to find music. There's also another one called Purple Planet. If you have a personal Gmail account, not the one associated with your school account, you have a YouTube channel that comes along with that, and then you can use the Creator Studio to find music. You can just do online searches for music. There are a million ways to do it. Just very important, you have to follow the rules of whatever music's found. So certain songs that you find will say you can only use if you give them credit. So that means you would have to put it in the credits of your video. Make sure to follow those rules of however you're using that, because you're getting to use this music for free. That also means you can't use your favorite Taylor Swift or Britney Spears song, because those are songs by artists and they would be selling the music to you in order to license it. So when you hear a Taylor Swift song in a Pepsi commercial, right, they are paying her lots and lots of money in order to use that. And unless you feel like paying Tay-Tay, you can't use this song in your video. Okay, so that's music. You can also find sounds. There are some great places to find free sounds. One great place is the Sound Bible. I think I've shown you this before, but here I found a helicopter hovering sound, which is perfect for this. So you can also look online for lots and lots of different sound effects. I like Sound Bible. I think it's a good place to start. There are some sound effects embedded into WeVideo, but it's not a huge library, so you may want to look a little bit deeper. Sound Bible is a great place to go. And then you can add either the WAV or the MP3 file. Both will sound completely fine. Waves are slightly higher quality, but they're larger, so it's up to you. Use whichever one you like. You just click on it, it goes to your downloads. Then you're going to import it into WeVideo by dragging it into the event. And then once it's processed in the event, you can then add it to your video timeline. So you want to add some music and some sound effects. That's how we'll do that. Okay, so as you look at the timeline of my video, you can see I've got a few different things, and there is only one audio track when you start. So when you first look at that, it'll say audio 1, and audio 1 is where I put the helicopter sound effect. I wanted it to appear as the helicopter's flying in, so I made it fade in as the helicopter gets into frame. While it's in frame, it's at full volume, and then as it leaves, it starts to fade again. So it just sounds like the helicopter's coming in and fading out. That was on audio 1, but then I want to add a song, right? So I went and found that song from the music tab. I dragged it in, but now I had to add another track. So by hitting that plus button, you're able to add an additional track, and it gives you the choice, should it be audio or should it be video? When you choose audio, another audio track line will appear, and you can drag the song directly onto there. I trimmed out the beginning of the song so that it starts with my credits. And then I had it fade at the end because you don't want music to just abruptly stop. All right, so as that video ends, the audio slowly gets lower. Okay, so there you go. That is all about fading music and adjusting the level. Let's take a quick break and pause for our secret word, because our secret word is Hope you're enjoying this video, and it's time for the secret word. So I grabbed the largest book I could find, the Webster's Unabridged Dictionary, and we're gonna find a word. It's gonna be this one, cylinder. So cylinder, it's a roller to roll. In geometry, a solid body described in the rotation of circles. When the axis is right angles to the plane, otherwise an oblique cylinder. How about that? You learn something new every day. Our secret word is cylinder. Enjoy the rest of the video. All right, now that you know the secret word, make sure you put that on this week's quiz. Let's keep going here. All right, and that's pretty much it. So what I haven't covered yet is I haven't talked about how you export out of WeVideo. Hopefully you've done this before. Some of you are sharing videos with me where you are just sharing the link in WeVideo and I don't have permission. So it's best to go ahead and go through that export function. So let me show you the export function now. Okay, so you go ahead and press that finish button and you give it a title for your export. All right, so I'll call this the helicopter flight. Whatever your video is titled, you should give it that name so you can find it later in your drive, in your downloads. So you hit OK, and then you're going to choose high definition, so that's going to be in 720. And then you select that little drive icon there and make it public and hit export. And that's it. And so your video is queued. It will send you an email whenever it's finished, so you don't even have to wait. And then you'll be able to see your video. All right, once your video is exported, you're gonna go ahead and drag that into your Google Drive, into your Media Arts folder. That folder is shared with me, but then also in Google Classroom under this assignment, you're going to hit the Add or Create button, add from Google Drive, select that file. If you uploaded it, it's going to be your most recent, and then you'll be able to attach it. This way I'll be able to see all of the different animations that you were turning in. So make sure you're filling out that the weekly quiz. You put our secret word on there so that I know you've been playing along. And then next week, we're going to start our final video project. And this is going to be a project that is going to be for a grade as opposed to just the secret word. So I'll probably still have a secret word where I know that you've watched the video, but you're gonna have to hand in a video for this final project. So some of you haven't handed in videos to me yet. If you don't hand in a video, you're not going to earn credit for this final assignment. So part of Media Arts is learning how to create videos. So you're going to have to create a video and turn it in. I'll get all into that eventually. Next week, you'll see about it. This is just a short week where I want you to play around with the animations, the titles, and the audio so that you can create a video in WeVideo and you'll be ready to make our final project, because our semester ends just in 3 more weeks from today. So we're gonna finish strong, we're gonna finish up with some videos, and we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. So that's it for this week, guys. If you have any questions, please stop by office hours, let me know. I'd love to see you. And that's it. So never stop creating, and I'll see you in the next video. All right. And let's find a good secret word. I should have brought my glasses.